think the frigid temperatures are finally over.
So the ground start to thaw. So in the spirit of thawing things, I figured I would show you where the pipes are, and if they are frozen, how to thaw them. So today I need to show you where the pipes are, where the manifold is, and also where the water meter is and where to shut them off. In order to know which pipe to shut off when your pipe is frozen, you have to know where to go and where to shut it off. If you're in the kitchen and you notice that the water is not coming and then you suspected that the pipe is not working, before doing anything, you need to go in each room and bathroom and check if the water other bathrooms are working. So perhaps the problem is only in the kitchen. So you need to troubleshoot a solution for the kitchen only, so you don't have to go to the main pipe. One would go to the main pipe only if all the water in every sink and bathroom doesn't work. So if the problem is in the kitchen, you'd plug in the blow dryer and then you would gently blow dry the pipe so until it's thawed. Then you will turn on the water, and then when it starts flowing, that means the problem is solved. Right now I'm in the basement. I am going to show you what you need to look for in order for you to shut off the water safely. First of all, we're gonna go look at the manifold. The manifold is where all the pipes, all the lines of cold water and hot water is connected through a tubing and then goes in the respective room. For example, this contraption is called a manifold. So the red lines are for the hot waters and then the blue lines are for the cold waters. Remember, the line that is freezing usually is the cold water line. It is the only line that is outside. The hot water line doesn't need to be checked, so therefore we are not going to mess with the red tubing. One thing to know, the water line can be a copper tubing like that or polymer tubing like that. This thing is the water meter. So this thing is the copper tubing that is come from the city, and then this is the water that we use. So in order for the city to know how much water we use, water has to go through the meter inside of the house. So if your pipe is frozen, it may be frozen here or there. So one thing you need to do, you need to shut it up here first. So you would twist it clockwise to shut it off. So the water from the city line will stop right here. So now you have the water that is remain here. So therefore, if your tubing is frozen right here, you will shut it off right there too. So what you would do, you would go and then take a hair dryer and then stop thawing the water that is here. And you don't want more water to come in. You don't want too much pressure building up behind your tubing. Your pipe might burst if you do that. So when you thaw all the water that is here, you will open the valve so the water can flow up into a sink where it's going to be dumped. So when that is done, you come down, you close that off, and then you turn that on and you let the water flows. And then when it flows, you shut it up again and then open this and then let it flow. And then if the water that is coming doesn't have little particles of ice on it, so that's then only then that you would turn on the city line and also your line. If the pipe is only frozen and not burst, you do not have to call a plumber. You can just buy a heater for $45 and then get the job done. But if the pipe burst, you must call a plumber, and then that may cost you between $80 to $120. If you have any question, write it in the comment below. Until next time, goodbye.